What up, peeps? If you don't know what you're watching, you don't know who you're watching. This your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. About to give you another episode. Oh, see, let me go ahead and just do it regular. So I forgot to even say get with the sports.
I get it.
What up, peeps? This your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. About to give you another episode 56 of the 2 Cent Deposit on Sports. Place where we give you our 2 cents on the recent topics in the sports world. As always, we want to thank you for taking the time to listen to the show. If you listen to the show, that means you listen to us on Spreaker. Go ahead and click the follow button, so you can be alerted to all the episodes we have for you here at Get With The Sports, and you can take us with you while you're on the go. If you are watching us, that means you are watching us on our sports channel, YouTube channel, Get With The Sports 2. We want to appreciate you guys for watching us. Go ahead and click the thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. What's up, bro? Everything good? Yeah. I know.
Opening day.
If you are watching us right now, you can tell who we represent when it comes to Major League Baseball. Both of us represent the Chi, but different teams. Of course, I'm going with the South Side. Brandon up there going with the North Side. I'm Sox. Brandon Cubs.
Yeah.
Opening day was it Thursday the 29th, March 29th. It's on and popping. I just wish it was a little bit warmer. They saying this will be the coldest Easter in 40 years. Yeah. I remember when we was growing up, man. Everybody wearing their little Easter dresses. We wearing our little suits. It's nice outside. Them days long gone.
I know, right?
Man, anyway, it's opening day. Everybody charged up. Everybody started at 0-0. My beloved White Sox finished the season last year at 67-95. We will be doing better. We will be winning 80 games this year.
80.
Slow walk, baby.
It's still a stretch. Still a stretch, but okay. You feeling good today. Okay.
So y'all made it to the NLCS?
Yeah, championship game.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Dodgers? No, yeah, Dodgers, right?
Yeah, we lost to the Dodgers.
All right. So what y'all gonna do this year?
Win it all.
All right, anyway, we're going to stop that conversation right now.
I already favored to win it.
Okay. No. Dodgers. I heard Dodgers. And your other team, the Yankees.
They'll be there.
All right, man. We will be talking about a whole hell of a lot of.
I think it'd be Cubs, Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
We gonna have to. We got a lot of time to talk about this Major League Baseball, but you saying Cubs, Houston?
Yeah.
Let me think. I would say, that's a good pick. Houston, I don't know if Houston. I'm going to say Dodgers, Yankees.
Okay.
We'll see how it ends up. Like I said, we got a lot of time to talk about that. Let's go and get into our little sports tape real quick. Speaking of my beloved White Sox, got to give a standing ovation to a certain individual. Straight up, man, he got a whole lot of strength. Anyway, who I'm talking about, not even a player. It was the groundskeeper. Well, former groundskeeper now being rehired. Let me tell you about the situation. Shouts out to Nevis Coleman, a Chicago man who spent 23 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. Damn! Recently received his freedom. Now he's also got his job back. Coleman, who is a longtime groundskeeper for the Chicago White Sox, at what's now known as Guaranteed Rate Field before he was wrongfully convicted of a 1994 rape and murder. He was released in November because the DNA evidence showed that he was the one. Received an official certificate of innocence earlier this month and was rehired by the team on Monday. The White Sox aren't wasting any time putting Coleman back to work. He arrived at the park to start his new/old job on Monday, power washing parts of the stadium and also greeting many familiar faces. He'll also be in the stadium for their home opener on April 5th. So congratulations to Nevis Coleman. Bruh, I don't know what kind of mentality you need to have, knowing that you're innocent, spending time in jail. Now, I don't know how long his jail sentence was, but it don't matter. 23 years, over 2 decades, and you know you didn't commit it? Man, that's torture.
Yeah,
That is torture.
it is. You just think of all the people. I mean, everybody in there say they're innocent, but you know, once it actually is,
but you're really innocent.
Right, but you really innocent.
Yeah.
You know, when you using that saying, they're like, yeah, me too, mom.
Right.
But
I know he's filing a lawsuit against the Chicago police for wrongdoing, for messing up the evidence or whatever. Or interrogation. That's what it was. They did some kind of interrogation where he was, I don't know if he was forced to say he did it, whatever, but he's suing the police, but it doesn't matter. 23 years of your life is gone. I think he's 46 years old. I think he's 46. So he went in jail when he was 23.
Okay.
Congratulations for getting out, man. Congratulations for getting the job back, man. So shouts out to him and the Chicago White Sox for going ahead and giving them this job back, man. Woo. Any words before I move on, man?
No, man. He's just one of the few lucky ones.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, and get his job back.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy.
Woo. Anyway, better news. No, not better news. Another good news, because you can't get better than that. Anyway,
right.
Now we got our Final Four. NCAA tournament is almost done. We started off with 68 teams. We're down to the Final Four. The Final Four will be in San Antonio this weekend. It will start off, the 4 teams are the Kansas Jayhawks, Villanova Wildcats, Michigan Wolverines, and the hometown Loyola of Chicago Ramblers. The Kansas, Villanova, Michigan, no strangers to the Final Four. Each has appeared in the national semifinals at least once since 2012. The Ramblers from Loyola Chicago are the latest Cinderellas to make a deep March Madness run, as Missouri Valley Champions is playing in its first NCAA tournament since 1985. The first semifinal between the number 11 Ramblers and the number 3 Wolverines will tip off tomorrow. What's today? Saturday at 5:09 p.m. Central Standard Time, while the number 1 Kansas Jayhawks and number 1 Villanova Wildcats follow at 7:49 p.m. Central Standard Time. Both games will be shown on TBS and called by Jim Nance, Grant Hill, and Belle Rafferty. Now, I'm going to ask you, I know you don't watch too much NCAA basketball, but you know what's going on.
Right.
I'm sure. I'm going to go ahead and give you my picks now. My heart is definitely with the Ramblers. Sister Jean and all that. They beat my Tennessee Volunteers, so I really don't have a horse in the race. So I'm definitely going with the home team Ramblers. That's where my heart going. But my head is straight. Reality, I'm definitely going to pick the Villanova Wildcats to win it all. Kansas is up next, but I think Villanova, they've been there, done that. There's a couple of players that was there from 2 years ago when they won the championship. Kansas, like I said, I know they're blue blood, but I just think Villanova got a little something extra for them. So I'm going with Nova. What say you? You laugh.
Yeah, I like that pick. I like Loyola to get there, Villanova. Because I don't watch a lot of college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go with the hometown team.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Loyola.
They can't, people say, it's a Cinderella story. I got all that. They haven't been there since '85, but they are a good ass team.
Yeah,
They
I've been watching them
mm-hmm.
since maybe last few games, whatever. And my whole thing about them, what they do is they always take the best shot.
Yeah.
They always, make the extra pass. Yeah, I don't care if they use the whole shot clock, whatever. When they get through moving that ball around, it's definitely the best shot.
I agree.
And they play a little defense. So we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. And I think this might be one of the teams in the Final Four where they've been together for a long period of time. I mean, you got I think there's two guards. The two guards, they came from Texas. Orchard Park, somewhere in Texas. I can't remember what it is, but they grew up together. They've been together. They've been playing ball together since third grade.
Wow.
And they came, I guess one was going to Loyola. The other one was going to Iowa State, but the one that was going to Iowa State, I guess, changed his mind and came to Loyola, so they continued to play together. So you got a well-bonded team, and this is the result of it, making it to the Final Four. So I'm with you, man. My heart is definitely with the Loyola Ramblers right now. We'll see what happens.
Right.
But of course, when I told you I picked the Villanova to win it all, I'm still alive. We'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah. Still alive.
Yep. All right, man. Let's go to NBA. What happened last weekend, I think it was Saturday. The Sacramento Kings and the Boston Celtics, they teamed up to share an important message. The Kings wore black warm-up shirts bearing Stephon Clark's name on the back and accountability, we are one, on the front Sunday. And the Celtics wore them also. Clark, who was 22 years old, was shot and killed last week, by Sacramento police officers who thought the phone the young black man was holding was a gun. Hundreds of people protested in the city and barricaded the Golden One Center during Thursday game against the Atlanta Hawks. Kings and Celtics players recorded a public service announcement set to play during the first quarter. The collaboration came as a result of Celtics coach Brad Stevens reaching out to the Kings after their owner, Vivek Ranadive, I always mess up that name, delivered a moving speech after the Hawks game. The businessman expressed sympathy for Clark's family and urged the community to unite to prevent such tragedies from happening again. So good luck for the Sacramento Kings and the Boston Celtics. I was watching that game. They warmed up with it was black shirts, white writing. It had, like I said, accountability, we are one on the front, hashtag Stephon Clark on the back. And another good thing, former Sacramento Kings center, DeMarcus Cousins, offered to pay for Stephon Clark's funeral service. So that's another good look. So everybody trying to do the right thing. It's just the Sacramento police officers, of course, did the wrong thing. And I still, what, and we talked about this before, I don't know if people really understand what the black man is going through when they out here in these streets trying to get pulled over by police. It's just something that we got to deal with, man. I just want people to understand. Everybody up in arms about Colin Kaepernick and his stance. This is the reason why he's doing what he's doing. Hopefully it sinks in your head why he's doing what he's doing. I understand you might not like the protest, but something had to be done. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If we want to understand with Stephon Clark, there was a call went in saying that somebody was breaking into cars. They ran up on Clark. Supposedly he ran into his grandmother's backyard. I guess he turned around. They thought they'd seen a gun. It was two police officers. Each police officer shot 10 rounds. Extreme, very extreme. This is all I got to say. I'm going to let you speak in a second. Breaking into cars. Nobody's getting shot. Nobody got hurt. It's just cars being broken into. Does that call for excessive force? I don't think so. You got a man cornered in the backyard. From what I used to remember, I've never been a police officer. Don't claim to be one. But if I do remember, it was like you don't shoot until you get shot at. You know what I'm saying? So, if you go by that rule, you evidently know he don't have a gun because he ain't shooting nothing back at you. But evidently, they're not going by that rule. And my next thing, 10 shots, bruh.
That's what's really
1, maybe I'll let you slide. 2, I got you. 10, no. You shoot. I don't think you shoot to kill. You shoot to subdue. Right. 10 shots from each one. Come on, man. You can't tell me that's right. Go ahead, bro. You got anything you got to say?
It's just crazy. Yeah, 10 shots is a lot.
From each.
From each, right. But, what I've learned is, and what we just said, when we said you shoot to subdue,
mm-hmm.
From what I've learned, recently, whatever, they're not trained to shoot to subdue. If they shoot, they plan to shoot to put you down. Shoot to kill.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
That got to change.
It's about, but a point you made was, you shoot after you get shot at. Now you shoot at me, yeah, I'm supposed to shoot to put you down.
Exactly. Right.
So I think that's where the confusion is, with this conversation a little bit. But 10 times each.
Yeah.
I mean, that's excessive. And I mean, how you confuse a cell phone? I mean, how big? I mean, a Note is the biggest phone out.
It is a block.
Right. It's square.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, I get the protests and all that. I mean, I don't know what the protest is actually doing now. We do so much. And that's the sad part about all this. And I'm not trying to ramble on about it, but it's like when you hear about this stuff, you don't want to become numb to it.
Right.
Got handed all the time. But with the protests, you don't want to become numb to that either, because now it seems like we're protesting all the time. What's actually getting done?
Right.
Gotcha. Because now the protest is getting old. Somebody got shot. Okay, well, we expect the protest, and day after tomorrow, everything will be fine. Right. Sooner or later, that's coming.
Right.
So it's like, well, I think everybody, all these across the nation, all police officers or whatever, they need to reevaluate their training, how they doing these things, and accountability should be different.
Right.
It's even to talk about right now, but yeah, that's my thought.
Gotcha. Duly noted, man. Yeah, something definitely got to be done. And like I said, shout out to the Sacramento Kings, Boston Celtics, and DeMarcus Cousins for doing what they're doing to make a positive effect to the situation. So,
yeah.
Other news in the NBA: Isaiah Thomas. They put him down for the rest of the season. Lakers wasn't gonna make the playoffs anyway. I don't think. I gotta look at the standings, but anyway, they put him down. They announced Wednesday the guard will undergo arthroscopic surgery on his right hip, a development that will almost certainly end his season. An update will be given after the surgery, the team said. Thomas missed the last 2 games due to soreness in the hip. It's the same one he injured last spring that sidelined him for part of the Eastern Conference Finals with the Boston Celtics and forced him to miss this season's first 36 games with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He didn't have surgery in the wake of the injury. The lottery-bound Lakers have only 9 games left, making a return this season highly unlikely. The situation also further clouds Thomas' pending free agency. There was a debate even before the injury last season during a career year in which he ranked 3rd in NBA scoring about whether he was capable of landing a max contract that is clearly in doubt now. This is almost like a Greek tragedy for the simple fact he was last year this time he was balling. Third in MVP. No, maybe he was fifth in the MVP race. Like you said, third in scoring in the NBA. He was due for at least I think it was $175 million contract. All that shot to hell. He had a hip injury. He decided not to have surgery for it, and it ended up with him being traded, which I don't. It's a business, so I can't trade. If I had the chance to have Kyrie Irving, and I had to give up Isaiah Thomas, I'm like Danny Ainge. Oh, we trying to get this thing. Let's go ahead and do. And I already know he got a hip injury. Give me Kyrie for real. And we're gonna talk about that in a minute because now he's out for a couple of weeks because of his tension wire in his knee. Back to Isaiah, he deserved the money. He's just not gonna get it. He will not see max. If he see $100 million, he should be thankful for that. But you know, it was just, like I think I told you last week. Like we was talking about. I think we was having a debate about Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
shit happens in life, bro.
It's crazy because now he the Celtics got rid of him, but I think they knew. Well, like you said, a better player they figured in Kyrie Irving, but I think in the back of their mind they shipped some damaged goods to Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and Cleveland and shipped it to LA. And I don't know where this cat gonna end up at, or what's his contract situation gonna be, or even how long he gonna play in this league now.
Right.
Because your hip, your hip. That's just as bad as your knees. As far as you turn and you jumping and it's a lot. You're athlete, you need your hips. So it's just crazy how you could be on top and then now everything's question mark.
Right. He should, of course, hindsight 2020. Yes, I guess you should have had a surgery and you wouldn't be in this predicament now. Anyway it goes, I don't think he would have seen that. We talked about this before. I don't think he was going to see a max contract. As much as he deserved to have a max contract, he has physical limitations. If he's 5'6", it's a plus. Now you got hip problems, and just like you said, you losing lateral movement, you're losing that burst that you needed, that you had when you were at Boston to put you in that predicament. To be in that position that you was in, almost make it MVP, third in scoring. Now you lost all that. So now you get limitations. Now, I'm like I said, how'd that go, Brandon? What have you done for me lately? I haven't seen no max. You haven't done no max contract. And from what I last heard, the Los Angeles Lakers talking about signing him for a 1-year contract next year. Unless you hear something from another team, you better take that. And I understand, like I said, I know he's bumming. He's been hollering all this time. I remember he said he deserved a max contract. Somebody gonna give me a max contract. I remember he had flip-flops with the Brinks truck on the top of him. And I think he went a little bit too far. Danny Ainge like, oh, you think you gonna get that from me? Oh, we got nothing coming. But now we at the point now where he just better scrape as much money as he can before he gets put out this league. And then all I can say with this is I think he, in his career in the NBA, he made $26 million.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy you made that, bro. And I would like me some Isaiah Thomas, but I can't see anybody.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to write him off. I don't want to write him off. I think he still could, they didn't shut him down now. But we don't know how bad this surgery cleanup is supposed to be, So maybe it's not as bad as we think it is or whatever. And he'll be just fine. But, like you said, with the type of player that he is, with his size or whatever, you got to either be one or two things. A, you have to be MVP Derrick Rose,
Mm-hmm.
you know, with his size,
Mm-hmm.
or MVP Russell Westbrook. You know, the only two people I can compare him to as far as size, but he don't have that bite to him like those two had.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like they had. You know, he don't. You know, he's a different type of player, but he definitely don't have that bite. You know, but you know, we'll see. They said the Lakers gonna offer him a 1-year deal. I think that's just the way he at. And can he help us going forward? You know.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying he was a selfish person. It was all me, 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 me. Now you got to learn how to be a team player. You might be a backup. You might be a backup point guard. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the bench. That's where we at right now. You know, and you just adjust to it and make the most of it.
Mm.
That's what I see right now.
Easier said than done.
Right. Excuse me. Moving on, man. We got it just recently. We just found out our 2018 Hall of Fame inductees. I just know 4 of them. I think there's more, but the 4 that came out recently is Grant Hill, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd, and Maurice Cheeks. Kidd, Hill, Nash headlined the 2018 class of inductees to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame shortened the enshrinement process from 5 years to 3 after retirement, which allows Nash to be celebrated despite playing briefly for the Los Angeles Lakers in 2014. Hill and Kidd both last appeared in 2012-2013 season before calling it quits. Nash, the 2-time MVP, was the most accomplished of the group. The Canadian revolutionized the game while leading the 7 seconds or less teams in Phoenix. Nash shooting ability, tempo, and slick passing ushered in the current generation of league guards, and the space and pace style that he perfected is now prevalent across the league. Kidd was a 10-time All-Star that made his name with the New Jersey Nets before eventually winning the title in 2011 with the Mavericks. Kidd was one of the cleverest players to ever set foot on the NBA court, and he was a fierce competitor on both ends of the floor. He earned 9 all-defensive nods and led the league in assists 3 times. Hill made his name as one of the best collegiate players of all time, but for taking the NBA by storm as the co-rookie of the year, winning alongside Kidd. Hill was immensely popular. He made 7 All-Star appearances and was a consistent 20.8 rebounds, 6 assists point forward before he succumbed to the devastating ankle injury and nearly derailed his career. Against the odds, Hill recovered and enjoyed an extended 19-year run. Head coach and former 4-time All-Star point guard Maurice Mo Cheeks will also be part of the 2018 Hall of Fame class. Cheeks was a 4-time All-Star and a 5-time All-Defensive Player before transitioning into coaching, where he currently serves as assistant coach with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Class 18 will be announced live at the NCAA Final Four on Saturday, March 31st. So congrats to these 4 that we know of making the Hall of Fame. I have no problem with none of the 4. Nash, Hill, Kidd, or Cheeks. You? Oh, we pausing? Oh, okay.
I don't know. I had to see some comparable numbers with Grant Hill. I'm not sold on Grant Hill.
Really?
No, I'm just not.
Not this soon or not at all? Let me just ask you that.
What'd you say?
Not this soon or not at all? This is, I think, his
both.
first. This is first.
Right, both.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just.
Now let me clear this up. When you come to the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, that goes to both college and professional.
Okay, and that's what I was getting to. Maybe that's got something to do with really.
Okay.
He was all world in Duke or whatever.
Right.
You know, for me, not watching a lot of college basketball, you know, so I'm sure that definitely has something to do with it.
Right.
But as far as NBA, Grant Hill, I mean, the numbers he put up in the NBA, a lot of people put up them the same numbers that's not either in the hall or gone.
Okay.
You know? So that's just my little thing about it. I like Grant Hill, good player, Hall of Famer. I don't know.
Okay, that's your opinion. I respect that. I like him. I didn't like him at Duke, but I respect his game. He was a monster at Duke. I like him. Maybe, okay, I agree. He might not have been, he should not have come in on his first time going through it. But I say, yeah, I give him a hands up for making it up in there. Just not this soon.
Not this soon.
It's funny how both Kidd and Hill came in at the same time. Both of them were co-rookies of the year, and they both ended their careers at the same time. That's strange to me, But congratulations to him. I had only problem I had with Steve Nash. I don't think he was a 2-time MVP. I give him 1 year. I ain't gonna give him 2. Other than that, I can't knock what he was doing over there in Phoenix.
Boy,
he was a monster over there in Phoenix. Like they say, he revolutionized the offensive side of that basketball, man. Kidd, no problem, because he was a hell of a defensive force on the guard. So I think he was up there with the rebounds, and steals. I think it was rebound and steals.
Yeah.
He took
rebound, steals.
Yeah, right. He took the Nets to, I think it was back-to-back finals, if I'm not mistaken. So no problem with that. And I've always been a Mo Cheeks fan. Whether he deserved it or not, that was my man. That was back in the days in the 80s when I was a fan of the Philadelphia Sixers when they had, I think it was 83 is when they won the championship. I mean, that was my squad then. They had Dr. J, Andrew Toney, Bobby Jones.
Yeah, they had everybody.
Billy Cunningham was the coach. They had Moses Malone. I remember he said he had the 4-4-4 statement where he thought they was going to sweep everybody in the playoffs. But I think they lost one game, if I'm mistaken. But they went 4-4-5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they won the championship. I like him as a head coach. I think he ran through, hit 76 coach twice. I think Pistons once. I'm just going off the top of my dome real quick. Trailblazers and the Thunder. You know what I'm saying? And I remember one time where I guess a girl was supposed to sing the national anthem and she got stuck. And he went out there and helped her finish singing it. Yeah, so good luck to him. But me, had no problem. No, none of the 4. We'll find out the rest come Saturday when they announce them during the Final 4. But the 4 that we know, congratulations, man.
Right.
All right, man, let's go to the NFL. And this is where we on this. I pick your brain on this one. Number 1, before we get to the rule changes, let's talk about what I told you about the other night when we was at work. Michael Bennett turns himself in on charges of injury to elderly. The Philadelphia defensive end surrendered to Houston authorities Monday after being charged with injuring a paraplegic woman following Super Bowl 51. 51, not 52, 51, 14 months ago. Bennett was taken into custody after a 35-minute court appearance and is expected to be released on bond later in the day, which he was. Judge Robert Johnson set bail at $10,000. The Eagles' newly acquired defensive end is charged for shoving and injuring a 66-year-old paraplegic security guard working at NRG Stadium in Houston while attempting to get onto the field to celebrate with his brother Martellus, who played for the Patriots at that time and won the Super Bowl. Bruh, nothing smells good about this whole situation. Number 1, you're going to wait 14 months to pull charges. And just like I told you at work, okay, that was the same Super Bowl, Super Bowl 52, right? No, I'm sorry. Yes, 51. Super Bowl 51, where it was the Patriots against the Falcons. And after the game, somebody stole some Hispanic news writer stole Tom Brady's jersey, and they found it damn near a week later in Mexico. But you're going to wait 14 months on this BS right here? Come on. No, dude, I can't go with that. Number 2, and everybody deserve a job, whether you handicap or not, whether you old or not. But I'm sorry. She's 66 years old, paraplegic. What's she doing on the field?
Right. That's true.
And number 3, we know Michael Bennett is not that bad of a person to shove a paraplegic and injuring a 66-year-old paraplegic. This man was up for the Walter Payton Man of the Year award just this season for what he did off the field. When he ran different camps, different I can't remember what the word I'm looking for. But anyway, he did a lot of good stuff off the field. He's a philanthropist, him and his brother. And you're gonna sit and tell me he did this. Now, if he did it, he deserves whatever he get. Well, come on, man. Does this even smell right to you?
No, it don't. But like you were saying the other day, it's some underlying stories, behind this or whatever. The biggest thing is what's a 66-year-old paraplegic doing on NFL football field, doing Super Bowl celebration.
Exactly. I'm not saying she don't deserve the job. She's not supposed to be on the field at that time. What can she do?
Somewhere inside some place, who's right field or out of the way. Clearly not him.
Right.
I should have said that, but I don't get it. I don't get it. What kind of attorney does he have or whatever? I mean, this is a bunch of BS. Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't know how to speak on this. Right. Why would he do that if he did it? Did he physically take both his hands and push her out the way, or did he get pushed into her?
Right.
Or did he fall, towards her or whatever? And it's just sound like it's too much going on here for this to even get as far as it has gotten. But like you said, it was 15 months ago, and it's here today, and man, it's something he got to deal with. So I don't know. I'm thinking that he may end up getting some community service or whatever, and having to pay a fine.
Mm-hmm.
You already know the little class action suit coming for whatever reason.
Right.
Yeah.
If it happened, if it was an accident, I think Michael Bennett would have a problem paying out of court, paying this 66-year-old lady her money and be done with it. But then it's like I seen the press conference that I think it's the sheriff in Texas put out there. Man, he was so bold. He make it sound like he was public enemy number 1, man.
Really?
And you gonna wait but see, my thing is, you waited 14 months to put this stuff together. Was it that serious? Yeah, man. So like I told you at the job, it's because Michael Bennett got that lawsuit against the police in Las Vegas when he got arrested after the Mayweather and McConnell fight.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, man. I just hope it does end the right way. Charges drop. If you got to pay some money, go ahead and pay the money and be done with it, man. But it's just bogus how this happened. It's just me. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into the rule changes. There's a lot of stuff that happened. I want to hear your 2 cents on each and every one of these rules that I got up here. Number 1, the NFL owners have approved a rule allowing a member of the officiating department to instruct on-field officials to eject players guilty of a flagrant non-football act as long as the foul has been called for that act. Officials will be able to determine which players deserve an ejection for their misconduct with the help of instant replay. The newly implemented rule comes after last season yielded several non-football incidents, including Buccaneers wideout Mike Evans' out of play blindside hit on Saints corner Marshawn Lattimore in Week 9. Evans was only hit with a 15-yard penalty during the game, but later handed a 1-game suspension. I really don't have a problem with this. What they're saying is instead of like with the Mike Evans, I remember that situation. He wouldn't even I think it was Lattimore and another player. It was Lattimore and the quarterback. What's the quarterback name? It's the black guy. Anyway, Buccaneers quarterback was taunting Lattimore.
Talking about baby.
Yeah, he was taunting Lattimore, and Mike Evans come up behind him and shoved him. He got a 15-yard penalty. Then later on got a suspension. What they saying now is that they'll show the replay, and the officials be like, okay, you got ejected from this game for the flagrant non-football act. I'm cool with that. What about you?
Yeah, because one reason I'm cool with it is because it's getting out of hand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that's what they want to cut it off. Like, okay, even though you think you got away with it, now it's something in place where we can go back and look, and you still can get ejected from this game. So don't do it to begin with, you know. So I believe that's the one behind all of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's big. Like I said, yeah, it was getting out of hand. And that's just the incidents that we know about.
Right.
You know, so
you cool with it?
Yeah, I'm good with that one. Yeah.
Okay. And the quarterback I was thinking of that had a brain fart on was Jameis Winston.
Yeah, Jameis Winston.
Yeah. I always start something. Anyway, next rule that they passed is the – oh, wait. I'm not. I'm sorry. I missed. There we go. No, wait a minute. Where's the – oh, here we go. I'm sorry. I scrolled past it. The new NFL catch rule. The new rule will require a receiver to establish control, get 2 feet or another body part down, and make a football move, such as taking the third step, extending the ball, or showing the ability to make such an act. It's no longer required for a receiver to survive the ground with possession of the football if he hits the turf. The rule was presented at the NFL league meetings in Orlando this past weekend and put to a vote on Tuesday. Head of officiating Al Riveron said Monday the intentions is to ensure memorable and seemingly legitimate catches such as the infamous receptions from Dez Bryant, Jesse James, and Calvin Johnson aren't called back. The rule needed approval from 24 of the league's 32 teams in order to pass. Many owners vocally supported the adjustment after multiple embarrassing controversies in recent seasons, and it was unanimous. All 32 teams gave the green light for this rule. This should have been changed a long time ago, like right after the Calvin Johnson situation when they played the Bears here. Right. I remember that catch. Even though I'm a Bears fan, but that was a catch, man. And the Dez Bryant, everybody keep on fighting. If it was the rule, I get it, but it was a stupid rule because my thing was with Dez Bryant, with Jesse James, they caught the ball. You see them caught the ball. They had 2 feet down, and they was lunging to the end zone to make a touchdown, and that's when they lost the ball. So my thing was, and like we talked about this during the season, I think the end of the season, I think after the Jesse James situation, you could see me lunging. And right. I don't know if it was you or it was one of the friends of the show saying that they was cool with you got to survive the ground. How can you survive the ground? That's you will almost always lose.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Okay. So evidently you cool with this rule. Let me hear what you guys say.
Yeah. It's what we've always been saying in the first place. I don't like how they worded it though. You know, you make a football move. I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Like a football move?
A football move. That's pertaining to what the guys always been doing.
Right. Lunging toward the end zone or trying to get extra yards.
Okay, I guess that was their way of explaining the football move. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, it should have been changed. Yeah, Calvin Johnson, all 3 of these were catches. You know,
okay.
all of them all of them was catches. So yeah,
Gotcha.
they got way too much complaints about that. And
Yeah.
the game moves so fast, or whatever, doing gameplay or whatever. Yeah, you survive the ground, and your feet got to be in and different catches. I caught it.
Right.
I caught it.
If I have 2 feet down, it should be a done deal.
It should be a done deal, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Third rule that I got on here is the targeting rule. Now, this is where it's a little fishy to me. The NFL owners passed the targeting rule. Lowering the head to initiate contact with the helmet is now considered a foul and will carry a 15-yard penalty. However, the NFL has yet to decide if players could be ejected as a result of the move, like in college football, and we'll continue to discuss it. The league intends to bring in coaches and players for their input on exactly how the new rule should be enforced and what will be considered an ejectable offense. The NFL has made it clear it wants to reduce helmet-to-helmet hits. In our ongoing study on how to make the game better, we just seem to see more lowering of the head, close quote, stated by Dallas Cowboys COO Stephen Jones, mentioned at the league meetings. Quote, when you look at the plays where the players are dropping their head, we're doing a good job of catching it after the fact with fines and things of that nature. We probably can do a better job of making the call on the field that hopefully will even emphasize more. Let me ask you first, your 2 cents on this, on the targeting rule.
Well, okay. You had a few incidents last season. You had Gronk. You had what was the other one? The other big one that was right after they netted a 2-game suspension for someone because Gronk's got reduced right away.
Oh no, you talking about Gronk against the Bills player?
Yeah.
No. That wasn't. That was a whole different story. But it was. But a Jacksonville corner hit Gronk.
Okay.
And that was one. I'm trying to figure out there was another one. Like you said, it was a 2-game suspension. I can't remember who it was at this point in time. But yeah, there was a couple of them.
Yeah. So yeah, that one they need to fix too. I don't know if this actually do it. I'm not convinced that this will actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
This rule change or what they're allowing or not allowing. Because it's just so hard. I mean, my thing is take care of the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Take care of the obvious head to head. You can look back and see that, okay, he led with his helmet or whatever, did that one. So the question is, okay, should he be fined 15-yard penalty and he get ejected?
15-yard penalty. I think it's a 15-yard penalty now, but they want to do the college rule and eject a person for targeting.
Yeah, I would.
So you cool with the ejection?
I'm cool with the ejection.
All right. Let me give you my 2 cents because I ain't cool with the ejection. Right now I'm not saying take out the ejections altogether, but right now you can't use the ejection. You give them the 15 yards for the simple fact it has to be evenly called on both sides of the ball. Now, we all know how it goes. You got your wide receiver going up. You coming after wide receiver. He puts his head down and make a move where you can't just quick.
Can't adjust. Right? Okay.
So that's the reason why I don't want ejection because, dude, I'm trying to do right, but the wide receiver moves a certain way where I couldn't change my direction. One. Number 2, reason why I should be on both sides of the ball, when the running back coming through the hole, what the first thing he do? When he sees somebody coming at him, he gonna lower his head. So he should he should get a fit. Now I ain't saying ejection right now, but he should get a 15-yard penalty if he lowers his head. Correct?
Okay. Yeah,
You
running
can
back,
have it on one way
running back
and not the other.
It's not. I get that. It's not considered lowering his head. It's lowering his shoulders. It's actually that's what it's considered doing. Okay. Yeah, we see the head go down or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. But you know what? This how exactly I would do that. Okay, as far as the ejection, I wouldn't eject a player unless the offensive player or the defense player actually has to leave the game themselves.
Okay.
I would go with that. Okay.
All right. Okay. I can get with that. Like you said, if it's blatantly like, dude, I know you was headhunting on this play.
Right.
I'm cool with that.
That's the obvious. Right.
Right. I'm good with that. But just ejection from the jump, nah.
Right. That may be extreme, but if you knock the receiver out or whatever, and because of your blatant disregard of safety, okay, now you got it. Now you ejected too. He's out, you out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my other point. I'm playing devil's advocate on this one. Okay, you don't lead with your head no more. They want you to how to go. They want you to look at what you hit, right?
Right.
Just last year, isn't that what Ryan Shazier from the Pittsburgh Steelers did? And look where he ended up with the back injury where he's out.
Hey,
it was just
it's a crazy sport, but you remember, which you don't see this a lot nowadays. You know, for a lot of football players, especially in the 80s and 90s, used to wear those neck rolls.
Okay, you might have to bring them back
because
so you're gonna have a Ryan Shazier situation.
Yeah, that keep your head from snapping back, keep you looking forward or whatever. Mm-hmm. And when they teach you to tackle, you're supposed to tackle head first, and then slide either left or right.
Okay.
That keeps you from supposedly keep you from getting hurt. As soon as you make contact, you slide your head either to the left side or the right side, to protect yourself and whoever else it is you tackle.
Okay.
Do players do it? No. I mean, they just think about putting you down.
Right. Right. Okay. So you agree with the rule. You agree with 15-yard. And
I agree with 15 yards, but I wish they would tweak it as far as the ejections.
I agree. Okay, I'm good with that. If it's just blatant, kick him out.
Yeah, right.
I'm cool with that. But like I said, there's some things, it's a gladiator sport, and there's some things that you can't control. Now, I understand the reason why you're trying to control it, but it's like it should be a gray area. It's up to judgment, I believe. Just like I said, I'm not trying to get anybody hurt. I don't like people getting knocked out, but stuff happens like that. Right. And like I said, with the Ryan Shazier situation, you got to find a safer way for the defense to come at guys. And like I said, if the neck roll, everybody got to wear neck roll, everybody wear neck roll. You got to adjust.
Yeah, that's crazy though.
I know, right?
I got rid of the neck roll because you mostly saw it on the defensive guys, the linebackers.
Right.
Like that, but yeah, it's crazy.
Last thing on the NFL, man. Giants taking calls about Odell Beckham. Rams offered a first-round pick. The New York Giants are listening to – now, first the New York Giants said, oh, no, we're not trying to trade Odell. Then as soon as the morning came the next day, they said, we'll take at least 2 first-round picks. Boy, Dave Gettleman, the new GM, I can see it's going to be trouble for Giants right now. Anyway, they are listening to trade offers for Odell Beckham Jr., and there have been several already. The Rams have made their first-round pick, which is a number 23 overall, available for such a deal. Though the Giants are fielding inquiries about their star receiver, they reportedly haven't determined whether they're willing to trade him. Fresh off a trade for Marcus Peters and signing Ndamukong Suh to a 1-year, $14 million contract on Monday, Rams head coach Sean McVay said his team is always in the market for acquiring quality players. Quote, we can't talk about anybody that's under contract with another team, But I think if there's one thing you could appreciate about what we've done this offseason, there's no trade we wouldn't explore or look into if we feel like it can upgrade us as a team. Close quote. Now, let me ask you this. The New York Giants said they are at least 2 first-round picks. Will you pull the trigger? With you any team right now, let alone Rams. 2 first-round picks.
Who has 2 first-round picks?
Browns.
Nope, I wouldn't do it from the Browns. Nope.
Let me paint the picture now. Okay? Browns got the 1, got the 4. I'm not saying give them both, but I'll give you the 1. I give you another pick. They got like damn near 6 picks. I give you the 1. I'm gonna give you another one. But if I was the Browns, I might pull the trigger for the simple fact. Check this out. Now they got Tyrod Taylor. I'm sure with the number 4 pick, they could either get Saquon Barkley, the running back, or they could get another quarterback. Okay, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Your wide receiver core consists of.
I already know where you're going.
Always
that's the whole thing, though. That's the whole thing, because now you're gonna have a rookie quarterback with 2.
No. You got Tyrod Taylor. Let's not forget.
Tyrod Taylor, he ain't gonna freaking play.
Oh,
come on. After quarterback, he'll play this year.
Right. Man, you got Josh Gordon, Jarvis Landry, and I can't remember the other wide receiver right now, but they got another one that's a quality wide receiver. You have Carlos Hyde that you picked up from the 49ers as your running back. If you don't pick up Saquon Barkley, you wouldn't pull the trigger, bruh.
I would want them 2 unstable wide receivers on my team, man. I just know it can all go to ish real quick.
That is true. That is true.
No,
You're already on the tension wire with
right
with Josh Gordon.
Right, look good. It sound good, but history says these 2 guys might fump out on me, and now I ain't got nothing. Nah, hell nah.
That is true.
But from the Rams,
okay, yeah, that's where I was gonna go next.
On the Rams, I try to make this happen.
I agree.
The Giants say what they want to say. They're done. I don't even know why they stand committed to Eli like they are. When clearly you need to, start this thing over, move on from Eli. I don't know why, why they hanging on to him or whatever, or got him thinking that we're finna rebuild this team around you or whatever. No, they're not. And he's ignorant for thinking that they are or whatever. Go on and get to make your moves or whatever, trade your players and do what you got to do. Let me play out my contract or not, because your career, you at the end of your career, and you're not a contender. I can see if your team was still a contender or whatever, but it's not. They far from it,
right?
So no, Odell out of there. Where he going? I don't know. I got to feel he going to the Rams. I wouldn't do the Cleveland thing because like I said, I already got one nut over there who won't do right. Because if he did right, he's clearly the best receiver in the league.
Yeah. No doubt.
He's ahead of Julio. He's ahead of Antonio. To me, if he got his head on straight, he's the best wide receiver in the league. But he ain't been willing to do that. He hasn't.
Gotcha. Now, I'm listen, if Odell Beckham go to the LA Rams, it's a wrap in the NFC. If they stay healthy the whole season, because they loaded. You have Jared. You see what you got in Jared Goff from last year. He was balling. You got Todd Gurley. He was balling last year. You got Cooper Kupp. You got Robert Woods offensively. Then you just picked on your defensive side. You got Aaron Donald. You just picked up Ndamukong Suh. Your 2 secondaries, Marcus Peters that you picked up from the Chiefs, Aqib Talib that you picked up from Denver, and you got Wade Phillips running the defense. Done deal. Now everybody say, Ndamukong Suh, you know what you get with Ndamukong Suh. But I believe I was upset when Wade Phillips left Denver. And then that's when I think Aqib Talib lost focus of what he's supposed to be doing. Now you matching him up back with Wade Phillips with that defense. Now I understand this can only happen this year. It can only the window is your window is like this, you got to win now for the simple fact because you still have Jared Goff on the rookie contract.
Right.
He's gonna get paid later on. Now I know you ODB want to be paid, want to be not just the top wide receiver, highest paid wide receiver. He want to be the highest paid player.
Let me interrupt that. Right?
Okay, go ahead, man.
Okay. Odell. Now he's saying he's not even going to play unless he has an extension.
That's what he said. Yep.
That is a bunch of BS.
Is it?
Yeah.
Look who we talking about. He made more money off his endorsement than he did on the field.
Right.
Now, I don't know how he holding his money, how he running his money. Why I gotta promise you 3 more years when I already got you for next year? You don't think you don't think he'll
especially how you've been acting? Especially how you've been acting. I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
Okay.
So now you want me to guarantee you another 2-3 years or how much of whatever the extension may be?
Mm-hmm. At $100-something million. Or
$100-something million. You already under contract. And you telling me I ain't even coming to work. Yeah, I know I'm under contract and I'm supposed to be there, but I ain't even coming unless you promise me some more years. You fucking crazy.
But I hear what you're saying. But you don't think ODB is the type of player I ain't gonna call him ODB, OBJ. You don't think he's the type of player that would do something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
And with that being said, Dave Gettleman is the type of GM that say, okay, you're going to be a problem on this team. I'm going to get rid of you. He just got rid of JPP, Pierre Paul.
Yeah.
When he was in Carolina, he was getting rid of people. Steve Smith. I can't remember the running back.
Yeah, get rid of him.
He'll get rid of him. That's what I'm saying. If you give Gettleman the best offer, he will bite. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's the type of GM.
Yeah, I ain't mad at him.
So I agree. If he goes to the Rams, he'll see if he goes to Rams, he's gonna have to. He might. Let me think about that. If you go to Rams, you don't have to guarantee. I'm gonna tell him I ain't gonna put give you your extension that you're looking for. You gotta play out this year. If you come over here,
yeah, play for your contract.
Yeah,
now
put it out there like that.
Play for your contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you.
Right. Yeah.
All right. We're gonna have to wait and see how that turn out. That's gonna be interesting. All right, man. Before we close the show, we're gonna start a new segment. The Sit Your Ass Down Awards.
Sit your ass down.
I got 2 nominees right here. I think both of them are definitely in the books.
Okay.
Former All-Star Albert Belle charged with DUI and indecent exposure at a spring game. Former All-Star outfielder Albert Belle was arrested during a spring training game at Salt Rivers Fields in Scottsdale, Arizona this past weekend. Scottsdale police announced that the 51-year-old Belle faces charges of driving under the influence and extreme DUI, not just DUI, extreme DUI. Plus 2 counts of indecent exposure. The events that led to Belle's arrest at the Salt River Fields complex, the spring training home of the Arizona Diamondbacks and Colorado Rockies, were not made immediately clear. This isn't Belle's first run-in with the law. During his playing career, he was arrested after allegedly getting in his vehicle and chasing some children who egged his house on Halloween. In 2006, he admitted to stalking an ex-girlfriend and was sentenced to 90 days in jail. Bruh, Albert Belle is that dude.
I
I remember the incident on Halloween. He hit a couple of kids. He
I
bumped into kids.
remember that.
But my man, indecent, extreme DUI and 2 counts, not 1 count, 2 counts. What was you doing, man? Was you just like ass naked?
I don't know what he was doing. He took the piss and the shit outside. I don't know.
So yes, that's the first sit your ass down award winner.
Sit your ass down.
Anything to say before I move on to the second one?
Albert Bell is something else, boy. Grumpy old man.
Okay. All right, man. This one here. Somebody at CBS Sports is just straight stuck on stupid. In 2000, we talking about Vince Young here. In 2005, Vince Young became invincible, leading the Texas Longhorns to a 13-0 record and a Rose Bowl victory over the USC Trojans in the national championship game, which many consider the greatest game in college football history. After being drafted by the Tennessee Titans with the number 3 overall pick in 2006 NFL draft, Young shined in being named the 2006 Offensive Rookie of the Year and earning a Pro Bowl selection to cap his debut season. 5 short seasons later, though, Young's NFL career had unofficially reached its end. Even though Young's NFL career didn't finish like we all expected it to, CBS Sports' Tom Fornelli took it one step further, ranking Young as the biggest quarterback bust in the BCS era, ahead of Jamarcus Russell, Ryan Leaf, Tim Couch, and Robert Griffin III. What the hell?
Sit your ass down.
No.
Don't get me wrong. He had a short career, but
Right.
bust does not come into my vocabulary when I'm talking about Vince Young.
No, he was better than all these guys.
Now, the only thing I can see he's saying is with all the potential that you've seen, he didn't fulfill that potential. But you could say that for Jamarcus Russell, you could say that for Ryan Leaf, you could say that for Robert Griffin III.
Right. And especially Tim Couch.
And get Tim Couch, right. And I'm sure there's plenty more I will put up there. You gonna see him put Vince Young as your number 1 bust of all time?
Yeah. You can also put he playing baseball now. Your guy.
See, man.
Sit your ass down.
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. He's supposed to be down there too.
There you go. Right. Come on. Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Who he played against in the Rose Bowl? Oh, his name at USC. Liner.
Matt Liner.
Matt Liner. Come on, man.
Yeah, I don't know what Tim Fornelli. I don't know what the hell his problem was. Yeah, he just sit his ass down award. Take
Definitely. Come on, man. Oh, before we go, I got a question. And everybody out there that's listening and watching us, either on YouTube or on Spreaker, if y'all got questions, go ahead and give it to us. We'll put it out there. No problem. We answered the question last week by Aaron Rodgers. Here's this one. NBA. Stephen Curry out 3 to 6 weeks with a MCL sprain.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving out because he had some minimal evasive surgery to his knee with the – now, let me talk about that real quick. He had a tension wire in his knee removed. Now, I'm thinking there's a ligament or something up in your knee that they call a tension wire. No, this ninja actually had a tension wire in his knee because he had fractured his kneecap, and they had put this like mousetrap looking device up in his knee to keep his knee together. And I guess it was irritating him, and that's what they're taking out. But he's out 3 to 6 weeks. The question that was put to me, and I can't remember the guy's name, so I apologize. I'll put down in the comments when I edit this show. Anyway, he said, which absence is more valuable to that team? Steph Curry for the Golden State Warriors or Kyrie Irving for the Boston Celtics? Give me your 2 cents, bro.
I would say Kyrie for the Boston Celtics. Although Golden State plays differently without Steph out there, I
Okay.
think they have enough talent where they can make the adjustment a lot quicker than Boston could without Kyrie.
Perfect answer. I was going to say the same thing. I also agree. It's Kyrie Irving on Boston Celtics for the simple fact. Yes, Stephen Curry does change the landscape of what the Golden State Warriors can do. But hell, you're defending champions. You've been you've been champions 2 out of 3 times. You got 4 All-Stars on your team and a deep bench.
And a deep bench.
I like what I see in Boston. I like the young guns they got over there. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and all that. I like what I see in Mark. I think it's Marcus Morris, the Morris twins. I can't remember which one. I think it's Marcus. You got and the head coach, but they don't have a deep bench. And Kyrie Irving is that dude. You could tell the difference between the way they play with him and without him. And I don't know where they stand in the standing. I think they still in second. And I think Golden State's still in second.
Okay.
But the West is harder than the East. But the Golden State Warriors are equipped to match up with the teams in the West until Curry comes back. I think Celtics might have a struggle. I don't know who they play in the first round. They might get past the first round. Second round going to be totally different things. But I agree with you, and I think we both on the same page. Kyrie Irving means more to Celtics than Curry to Golden State.
Yep.
Cool. All right, bro. You got anything else before we close shop?
No, we're good here.
All right, cool. All right, people. First off, the crew here at Get With It Sports want to thank you for taking the time to listen to the 2 Cents Possible Sports podcast. Once again, while you are here, click the follow button so you can be alerted to all the new episodes to the shows we have here at Get With It Sports Media. If you listen to us on Spreaker, if you are watching us on Facebook, if you watch us on YouTube, Get With It Sports 2 channel, go ahead, give us a thumbs up, click the subscribe button. We'll be here for you every week. No doubt. You can find us on Twitter. You can find me at Get With It Sports. My partner here, Brandon, at LEV412. Read the post on our blog page. Oh, that's another thing before we go. Read the post on our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Follow us on Facebook /GetWithItSports or contact us via email at getwithitsports2@gmail.com. We are also on Instagram at getwithitsports. Before we move out, we give our condolences to Zeke Upshaw. He was the G League player. He played for the Grand Rapids. I can't remember the team. Grand Rapids. Doggone. I had it. Drive. Grand Rapids Drive. Detroit Pistons teams. He collapsed on the floor. I think it was 50 seconds left in the game. He collapsed on the floor. On Saturday night, come Monday morning, he died Monday morning of cardiac arrest. So he was 26 years old. He went to Illinois State. Then he went to Hofstra, went overseas, and came back and played in the G League. So our condolences and prayers go to the Upshaw family. I think he had 2 kids. And I put the reason why it hit me just now. I remember I put the story on the blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. So when I said that, it popped in my head. So condolences. Anyway, this your boy Glass.
And I'm Brandon.
The best tag team tandem out here in sports talk. And as always, be good, be safe, get with it. Peace. Appreciate it, bro. You did a good job, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
You gonna get your nap in or you up?
I don't know. I got a couple assignments I need to do. So
that's right. I forgot. Get on that shit, boy.
Kind of jacking me up my rest now. I ain't getting ready. So I might stay down here and look over these assignments.
All right, cool. All right, bro. You have a good time, and I'll see you tonight, man.
Yeah, have a good time.
Later, bro.
All right.